Lord Varys, known across the Seven Kingdoms simply as the Spider, served as Master of Whisperers on the small council in King's Landing. A foreigner, a eunuch, a man born in the free cities, and yet one of the most powerful figures to ever walk the halls of the Red Keep. To the untrained eye, Varys appears soft, plump, bald, powdered, wrapped in silk and velvet, moving through stone corridors in shoes so quiet he seems to glide rather than walk. But make no mistake, beneath that courtly smile lies the most dangerous mind in Westeros. A master of deception, Varys can change his appearance, his gait, even his scent at will. His reputation as a near-omniscient spy master was built on more than just a network of common informants. He commanded a vast web of so-called little birds, child spies operating throughout King's Landing, across the realm, and beyond the narrow sea. Most courtiers regarded him with barely concealed disgust, yet in private, with those he deemed worthy, Varys revealed something far more startling than ambition, a genuine desire for peace and order in the realm. Varys was born a slave in Lys, one of the free cities. As a child, he traveled with a troupe of actors until the day he was sold to a sorcerer who had very specific use for him. The warlock drugged young Varys, rendering him unable to speak or move, but fully conscious and able to feel everything, as he performed a dark ritual castration and cast Varys's parts into a brazier. Whatever power was unleashed that night, it would haunt Varys for the rest of his life. Cast out and utterly alone, the young eunuch turned to thieving to survive, and proved exceptionally gifted at it. He was among the finest thieves in Pentos, until a jealous rival gave him up to the city watch. He fled, but found himself an outcast among outcasts. Other thieves despised and beat him until he found an unlikely protector, a young sellsword named Illyrio Mopatis. Together they ran a cunning operation. Varys would steal valuables, and Illyrio would return them to their rightful owners for a fee. But Varys quickly evolved beyond mere theft. Instead of taking valuables, he began memorizing them, reading letters, studying ledgers and maps, then leaving everything exactly as he found it. Trading in secrets rather than objects proved far more lucrative than any heist. Word of his extraordinary talent for intelligence eventually crossed the narrow sea and reached the ears of King Aerys II, the Mad King himself, who, consumed by paranoia, desperately wanted to know what was being whispered behind his back. During Robert's rebellion, Varys served Aerys loyally enough, feeding the king a steady stream of traitors to denounce. Yet crucially, he advised Aerys not to open the gates of King's Landing to Lord Tywin Lannister's forces. That advice went unheeded. Opening those gates proved fatal for the Targaryen dynasty. After the rebellion, Varys received a royal pardon from King Robert and kept his position as Master of Whisperers. Few men in history have made such a seamless transition between regimes. After the Hands tourney, Varys secretly visited Lord Eddard Stark and warned him that Queen Cersei was plotting to murder King Robert. He offered Ned his assistance and revealed the true cause of Jon Arryn's death. It was also Varys who brought Ser Jorah Mormont's report to the small council, the news of Daenerys Targaryen's pregnancy, which sent Robert into a rage and led him to order the deaths of Daenerys, her unborn child, and her brother Viserys. Later, Varys met secretly with his old partner Illyrio Mopatis in the dungeons of the Red Keep. The two old friends discussed the coming war and debated their next move. Illyrio pledged to supply gold and 50 more little birds to the cause. After Robert's assassination, Varys remained at his post under King Joffrey Baratheon. When Joffrey demanded someone be blamed for his father's death, Varys suggested Sir Barristan Selmy. Joffrey and Cersei dismissed the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, a move widely mocked as sheer stupidity. Selmy later sailed east and joined Daenerys. Many believe this was precisely what Varys intended, to remove an honorable, beloved knight from Joffrey's side and place him in service of the true heir. When Tyrion Lannister arrived in King's Landing as the new hand of the king, Varys wasted no time. He immediately located Tyrion's secret lover, Shae, whom the imp had hidden at the Inn of the Broken Anvil under the guard of his Hill tribe soldiers. The spider and the demon monkey exchanged their share of veiled threats, but it wasn't long before they became something close to allies. True to his word about serving the realm, Varys fed Tyrion vital intelligence about the city. Through his guidance, the brave and decent Sir Jacelyn Bywater was appointed commander of the City Watch, while the treacherous Janos Slynt, who had betrayed Ned Stark, was shipped off to the Wall with 6 of his most loyal cronies. Varys also showed Tyrion a secret passage leading from the brothel of Chitaya, allowing the Hand to visit Shae in her distant manse. He informed Tyrion that Sir Lancel Lannister was sleeping with Queen Cersei, allowing Tyrion to turn his own cousin into a spy, and in a rare moment of genuine vulnerability, Varys even shared the full story of his mutilation with Tyrion. After the Battle of the Blackwater, Varys arranged a reunion between Tyrion and Shae, and revealed that Tywin Lannister had set Varys himself to spy on his own son. Yet even as he aided Tyrion, Varys refused to lie to Queen Cersei about Shae, warning the woman directly that he would betray her if pressed. At Tyrion's trial for the murder of King Joffrey, Varys took the stand against his own ally, and his testimony alone consumed an entire day as he produced parchments with dated notes and records of full conversations to back every word. After Tyrion was condemned to death, Jaime Lannister coerced Varys into freeing his brother. Disguised as Rugen, a jailer persona Varys had maintained for years, complete with a fabricated backstory, the spider drugged a guard with wine laced with sweet sleep and led Tyrion through the hidden passages beneath the Red Keep. But when they reached the chamber below the Tower of the Hand, Tyrion made a fateful decision to visit his father. Varys urged him against it, yet provided him with precise directions to Tywin's chambers, down to the number of stairs. Whether that was coercion or cold calculation is left to history to judge. After Tyrion's escape and Tywin's death, Varys vanished without a trace. So did his Rugen persona. In his abandoned cell was found a single old gold coin, minted in the Reach, a subtle sleight of hand that led Cersei to suspect the Tyrells in Tyrion's escape, rather than Varys himself. His vacant position was filled by Qyburn, who displayed eerily similar knowledge of the city's secrets, yet never gained access to the little birds, whose loyalty remained entirely with Varys, who continued operating unseen somewhere within the walls of King's Landing. Using a secret passage, Varys infiltrated the chambers of Grand Maester Pycelle and killed him. One of his little birds then delivered a forged message luring Lord Regent Kevan Lannister to the scene. When Kevan arrived, Varys shot him with a crossbow. As the man lay dying, Varys apologized and explained himself with characteristic brutal clarity. He had not killed Kevan out of malice. He had killed him because Kevan was a competent ruler, one who might actually have repaired Cersei's damage and brought stability to the realm. And stability under a Lannister king was the last thing Varys wanted. He was playing the long game, placing Aegon Targaryen on the Iron Throne. Varys is a trained actor of extraordinary skill, capable of becoming someone else entirely, in appearance, voice, and manner. In places where the Master of Whisperers would not go unnoticed, he moves in disguise, using makeup and possibly even magic, not unlike the faceless men of Braavos. Among his known identities, Rugen, Warden of the Black Cells, an unshaved, scarred guard whose dull face drew no second glances, giving Varys freedom to roam the dungeons at will. The Mendicant Brother, a filthy, stinking beggar monk in ragged robes, bare feet caked in mud, fake sores, a begging bowl around his neck, virtually invisible in any crowd. A wealthy noblewoman with a pink, moon-shaped face, and a broad-shouldered lord with a chestnut beard laced with auburn, seen visiting a forge in a rich purple velvet cloak trimmed with silver. Each persona likely comes with a full fabricated history. Varys has worn these masks for years, and here is where things get truly fascinating for any serious student of Westerosi lore. Varys may not be the low-born Lyseni he claims. Several threads point toward Targaryen or Blackfire blood. Varys is not naturally bald. He shaves his head, possibly to conceal silver-gold Valyrian hair, just as Egg did when serving as Sir Duncan the Tall Squire. His birthplace in the Free Cities could indicate a connection to the exiled Blackfire line. Varys is a Valyrian name. Its sound echoes through many Targaryen names: Aerys, Daenerys, Viserys, Rhaenys. If his castration was not fabricated, then during that mysterious ritual, the Sorcerer witnessed the true power of royal blood, a detail described in explicit terms to both Davos and Stannis. And crucially, Varys knows every secret passage and hidden tunnel in the Red Keep. According to legend, Mekar the Cruel had every builder of the Red Keep executed so that only those of dragon blood would know its full design. If that is true, it raises a question that the Spider has never answered. How does he know those passages so well?